Revenge is a dish best not served. Today on Fortitude through Stoicism. And this is my 365-day journey of implementing the ancient philosophy of Stoicism into the life of this modern masculine man. And today is a confession. That's right. Today I'm going to confess my sins, so to speak. My story is interesting and went through a very, very, very nasty divorce to a very, very difficult woman. Perhaps the most cunning, calculating person I've ever met in my entire life. Someone that I know that was always 3 steps ahead of everyone. Perhaps the most intense adversary I've ever met in my entire life, and that includes all of my deployments, all of my battles. Years. We separated December of 16. And then for 5 years we did battle. Kids, child support, custody, you name it. And it was a couple years ago the tide switched. There was a couple of years ago, it was April of 2022, everything changed. I got a deluge of intel. Got a deluge of intel. Phone scrolls, everything. Had evidence of her committing felonies. Had evidence of her putting my children in significant danger. And it was at that moment that I realized that I had enough to go to war. And after all that she had done, all the time she had me locked up, which again never resulted in anything. The one time was a complete fabrication. She said it was just to maximize her position in the divorce. The wedge that she has driven between my children and I, despite all of my efforts, is something that I thought I could never forgive her for. So I was at a precipice. I was at a crossroads. And I decided I have 2 choices. I can take this fucking woman down hard, embarrassed, and she doesn't like that. I mean, for her image is about everything, right? Because she's a narcissist. So I had enough to really fuck her world up. And then I realized 2 things. She's the mother of my children. She may be my enemy, but she is also the mother to my children. My children love her, despite her. Listen, nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. But children need their mother. And so I made a decision that I was not going to go to war with this woman. I was not going to take her down. My revenge was going to be none at all. So the quote by Marcus Aurelius: "The best way to avenge yourself is to not be like that, to not be like them." So here's what I realized. Boy, my ex, she makes her friends call her Queen Bee, and likes that control. Who doesn't? I do. But I realized that drama, that sloppy lifestyle, laziness, every character trait that I despised about her, I realized that I was going to go to war with any sight of those characteristics in me. So when I was married, God, we had the DVR. She could record every single TV show. Couldn't miss one. We had the nice big couches, all the junk food you can imagine. Mama wanted her family on the couches watching TV. So again, she's fat. I was fat. The kids were overweight, except for Lizzie. She's literally like me and just bounces around. So what I do today is I don't have a couch. I refuse to have a couch. I refuse to lay down in my home other than for two things, and the other sleeping. She put on a significant amount of weight during our marriage and after. I don't even know what happened. It would make me sick, physically sick, because I had trauma in my life, okay? Relating to obese women. I was raped when I was 12 by 3 obese women. They sat on me, they degraded me, they tore off my clothes, and they did all kinds of things. So, not that I think that there's anything wrong with someone being overweight or obese, but I have a personal trauma with it. So, when my wife put on all this weight, I could not be intimate with her. Could not. I took Viagra, would watch porn, would jerk off before she came in the room. As soon as she walked in, right? No fault of her own. Listen, it's my trauma. When she put on the weight, it just destroyed it. And so then she got mean. You know, you must be gay. You have no dick. All the things started. So then the words, oh, Shawn, as a nurse, I've seen over 10,000 penises in my career. In a scale of 1 to 10, you're barely a 2. And the best part about divorcing you is I'll never have to fake another orgasm again. All this stuff was in my head for years. So the quote by Seneca: how much better to heal than to seek revenge from an injury? Vengeance wastes a lot of time and exposes you to many more injuries. Anger always outlasts hurt. Best to take the opposite course. Would anyone think it normal to return a kick to a mule or bite to a dog? Seneca. So what I did is I went to work on myself to repair those things, to realize that those traumas, listen, I accept my body. This is what I was born with. I'm going to craft it to its very best, but listen, this is my face. I can't change it. I mean, I'll take a little, little chub off the sides, but I got some crooked ears, got some crooked teeth. It's me. I accept me. I love me. So instead of hating and instead of more vengeance, which is a lot of energy, I put that energy into making me better, making me a better human being. I mean, 46 years old, fucking 8-pack, right? 46 years old, I have an 8-pack. I travel around the country. People pay me $25,000 a week to tell them how to run their business. None of that was possible under the weight, the burden of the hate that I had for my wife. None of that would be possible under the burden of the vengeance that I wanted or the pain that I felt from the perceived injury. Shifted my mindset from being a victim to a victor. Instead of accepting and living in denial, I did something about it. Got my ass in the gym, picked up a book, started writing in my journal, started watching what I ate, started going to conferences, started surrounding myself by smarter people. And we are 3 days away from my 4-year anniversary of 75 Hard. I have not missed a workout in 4 years. Most days are 2 a day. Many days are 3 a day. It's a couple thousand workouts consecutively without missing one. That's what consistency looks like. That's what putting your energy into being effective looks like. That's what healing from injury looks like. So, Let us try to be the example that we'd like others to follow. It's easy to cheat. It's easy to take the shortcut. It's easy to look for the handout. It's easy to be selfish. It is not so easy living a life of virtue. It is not so easy forgiving the people that you feel have caused you harm. So the first thing you got to do is say, hey, listen, I love you. You're hurting. I understand, because hurt people hurt people. So Aaron Purvis, I have nothing but love in my heart for you. You gave me 3 amazing children who, even though they don't speak to me right now, they're still the most amazing things that have ever happened to me. I have no ill will towards you. I will never put any energy towards your destruction. My life is too amazing. I've got too many wonderful people in my life to pour into now. My revenge was just becoming a better man and proving them all wrong. And on that,